back. Yeah, accept yourselves and your actions, and you will realize the true nature of self, and the new world will open up to you. What you see with your eyes is only a glimpse of what is in front of you. By the limitations that we put on ourselves, or those put on by society, they have been able to place every one of us in a small box, a cave, easily controllable, so that people cannot reach far beyond. But know that knowing oneself, like I said earlier, is a constantly changing road, and with every new experience comes a new point of view. So knowing oneself is constantly changing and can never be fully achieved. Can never be fully achieved. The only reason is because saying that you know oneself totally puts a barrier that prevents you from improving and learning more. So knowing yourself is an infinitely ongoing path to knowledge, because knowledge is infinite, you are infinite. And know also that knowledge is based on your own experiences. Know too that knowledge is not you, but is only a part of you. Do not let your knowledge become you, only a title made by society. Examples of this are the professions like doctors, priests, teachers, psychiatrists, etc. They have let their knowledge become them, so only relates themselves to it. Living is just a series of experience, and living is learning from those experiences. Learning not to make the same mistakes over and over again. But people today say that things just happen. They did not learn anything if they say that. Things do not just happen, and nothing happened just because. Everything that happened in your life and everyone is related and happens because of you and everyone's experience. It happened as a result of your own action. Everybody experiences situations differently. Maybe people will share an experience at the same time and place as you, but it is not the same one. It is different for each individual experiencing it. The experience that we have, they seem to take part in front of our eyes, but in fact, it's all part in our mind. It all takes part in our mind. Everyone has different points of views on any experience lived, because most of the time, and if not all of the time, people relate an experience that they are having to another past experience, something they read, or an experience that is not even their own. For example, if someone says something to you about a particular subject or an experience, ask yourself, is that something that they've seen or heard? And or is it something that has been said or put onto them? Like the ball earth? Did they actually live and experience the experience that they are talking about? Why do people today relates their own lives to experiences that are not even their own, but experienced by others? It seems here that they are not aware of their own action and doing. And then takes on the experience of others as their own. For every person you meet, or every action you do, it is going to be a different and a totally unique other experience. Even and no matter how similar to past experience is to the new one, it is different each and every time. Different each and every time. So the goal when having a new experience, it's to not make any references to things said and put in your mind, or any of your past experiences. If you relate your new experience to an experience not of yours, or previous one that you had, you will only build a kind of barrier or wall that will enable you to appreciate the full extent of the experience. This all because of some false and past belief or bad experience that you relate to the one you are having now. Then, so, the mind keeps only the memory that has already been recorded. The thing here is to have no expectations, no preconceived thought about anything, to be open-minded to all possibilities, to give your full attention to the experience, and to do this is to give an open place in your mind for new views on your new experiences. A place in your mind for it. A place in your mind for it. Next chapter, karma. Karma. I talked briefly about karma earlier, on how it affects everything and everyone around you, and mostly only you. Everyone in this place are all part of one and the same thing. One being, all in one place. Just like each and every cells in your body makes you are part of you. Everything and everyone living here are part of one thing, one living, breathing, feeling thing that we call Earth. That we call Earth. Each and every one of us are the cells that make the Earth alive. So each and every time you do some Earth, do some harm, or just some hate on anything that is living in this place, it is like doing harm to yourself in the same relative way. It may not look like it, but it is because your eyes have been distracted and are only deceiving your mind. If you meditate on your actions without prejudice and pre-made conclusions, with a clear mind and thoughts, you will soon find out how this whole karma effect works. Nothing will ever happen to you if you only show true love and compassion for every living thing here or anywhere. Because this is the universal way of teaching. On the other hand, hurting, hating, or killing willingly, and ignoring the consequences of your action on others will eventually get back at you evenly and relatively at the same place or in the same way that you hurt the world. So every time something happens to you, ask yourself, what did I do? If you mistake without being selfish or stubborn, you will be able to understand your actions clearly and see that only you, yourself, is responsible for every action that you took or have taken. But if you ignore or deny the choices you have partake and done, it is like somehow hurting yourself, lying to yourself. The only reason is the fear again. The fear of what people will think of you, or of your actions. The thing is that you should accept and be totally happy with all of your actions, because they are all your choices. They make and are you. If you do not accept them, then you are just a slave of your actions and creates this ease. Every single action that we do here, the world knows and records it. Like I said earlier, the world is made of our thoughts, and there is no action without thoughts. So every single thought that we have is flowing in the world. And by that, know that it is the subconscious mind that controls the conscious mind. Having a free subconscious mind is to be free of any thoughts that are not yours, because you know yourself until you learn to know yourself and how things really are and how to gain control. I'll be back.